So Lenovo has blown me away here because they did release a tablet that is the most powerful, compact tablet that I've ever used. It is the Lenovo Legion Tab. It is the 5th generation of this tablet, and it did just release in the US not too long ago. There's a lot I love about this tablet, but there are some very important cons you'll need to know about. So is it worth your money? My name is Zach with Android Digest, and let's get into it in this full review. So with this Lenovo Legion Tab Gen 5, there are so many things that I love here. I love the display. It is a 3K resolution. It's not AMOLED, so that might be a big con for some people, but it does have a 165 Hz refresh rate. It has a 480 Hz touch sampling rate. It's going to feel so ridiculously responsive. It does have 2 USB-C ports, which is really nice. It does have a massive battery, over 9,000 milliamps, which is really large for a tablet like this. But even beyond that, you have to realize that this tablet is actually pretty lightweight, under 9 inches at 8.8 inches in size. It does have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. So we're really getting like the best type of performance that we can here. We're getting insane performance with 12 gigabytes of RAM. We do also get UFS 4.1 Pro storage. We are getting a tablet that really checks almost every single box. But there are a few boxes that this tablet does not check. For one, this tablet does not have an AMOLED display. And if you look at the retail price, it does retail for $850. And that price, it is actually fairly comparable to something like the Tab S11. So if you love an AMOLED display, the Tab S11 will provide that. It does actually provide a stylus in the box, and some people might prefer Samsung and their OS updates, and especially with all the sales you'll see on the Tab S11, it might be worth it. But that tablet is 11 inches in size. It's going to be larger than this, and some of you are looking for a smaller tablet. Also, this tablet, yes, it does retail for $850, but I've seen it go on sale for like $699. So you might find this tablet on sale, which will make it very appealing. The screen still looks insanely good with that 3K resolution. It doesn't have to stretch out to a large display, so it looks so good on this display at 8.8 inches. But one other thing that you might not like about this tablet, it's the fact that this tablet does not have a fingerprint sensor. If you want to unlock your tablet with some type of security measure, you're going to have to use something like a PIN code, or you'll have to use Face Unlock. But if you could live with those cons, if you could live with that, if you could live with no AMOLED, and if you could live with only having limited software updates, then you're really going to enjoy this tablet quite a bit. This tablet is expected only to get like 2 major operating system updates. So it does come with Android 16, and it's very likely only to go up to Android 18. And we could tell that because the Legion Tab Gen 3 only got 2 updates. So it's very likely that this will get 2 operating system updates, and it will most likely get like 4 years of security updates. So if you're okay with that, if you could live with it having a great screen but not AMOLED, if you could live with it not having a fingerprint sensor, there are some flaws with this tablet that might bring it down. There are some flaws that could be deal breakers. But if you could live with that, this tablet has so much going for it. It has the best performance. It's going to have an amazing battery. It's going to have a very good display. So whenever you pack all of that in, this is going to be the best compact tablet you could buy in the US. And it is the best smaller tablet that I've ever used. I absolutely love it because this tablet is so responsive. It looks so good. And the other thing I did not mention, this is insane. There are a ton of accessories that actually come in the box. So this does come with a 68-watt charger in the box. It does come with the brick that goes into the wall and the charging cable. It does come with a case. It's not only a normal case, but there's also a second part to the case that sort of magnetizes to make it a book cover. So it comes with a book cover case. It also comes with a charger, which is really cool. It comes with a tempered glass screen protector. And if you look at the back of the tablet, you will see on the design this really cool light. Now I know not everyone wants to light up their laptops. Not everyone wants to be a big gamer with all these lights coming from their devices. But I will say, the light's pretty cool. You could turn it off. You could leave it on whenever you're using the tablet. There are some settings you could play with, but overall, it is a pretty cool part of the design. Now this tablet, it is designed to work in landscape or portrait orientation. That's the cool thing about these smaller tablets. They could really work in both orientations and feel very, very comfortable. And if you look at the port selection, there are two USB-C ports. There's one on the bottom whenever you're in landscape, and there's one on the bottom whenever you're in portrait mode. So you have two different options as far as where to charge the tablet. You also get speakers on both sides of the tablet, and I just have to say the speakers are super loud, super good. I am shocked at how good the speakers are on this smaller tablet. Like, the fact that they put such good speakers in a tablet like this, it's just very, very impressive. Now, of course, if you look at the front of the device, you will see these bezels. They are pretty small, but there are bezels here. Just keep in mind that if you are gaming, you're probably going to want a little bit of bezels to hold on to something. So I think it's just fine. Now moving on. Again, the display, it's really good, of course. It looks great for entertainment. I think it's also going to be great for reading. This tablet is not just for gamers. I know they market it as a Legion tablet for gamers, but a lot of us Android users, we really just want a tablet that's just good and small. So a lot of people just want a powerful tablet that looks really good, that's good for reading, that really just has good performance. You don't want your tablet to lag. So who cares if it's marketed as a gaming tablet? The main thing is that the tablet is good for your everyday usage. And this tablet is so good at flying back and forth between pretty much everything. It's so good for gaming, it's so good for reading. If you do try to push it and play some high-performing games like Genshin Impact, you can play it not on the highest settings. It would say overclocked there. Maybe I could technically have played it on the highest settings if I did go in and customize my game settings and go in the power mode and all that. Technically, I could push my performance a little bit higher if I went into Lenovo's apps and customized things a little more. But in the balanced mode, I was still able to play on high settings, and I was able to play on 30 frames per second, but on those higher settings. Now, if you want to turn it down, you could still play on plenty high of settings. It's more than good enough, around medium to low, and you could play on 60 frames per second. So either way, you could really push this tablet for gaming and play on very high levels. But if you want to play very basic games like Madden or FIFA or things like that, of course, basic games will look plenty good and they'll play really well on this tablet. The thing that impressed me personally, I just like to use my tablet for a lot of reading, and I like to use my tablet just to perform well. I want to go back and forth between my apps really quickly. And this tablet, it does such a good job with that high refresh rate. It can go back and forth so quickly between any app. I love the power from this Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor. And when you look at other features, again, this tablet has it all. It has very fast charging, up to 68 watts. It does have DisplayPort out, which is really, really nice if you want to connect to a monitor or something. Also, if you want to use your tablet without even using the battery, it does have a bypass charging feature so that you can actually just run directly off a charger. And that is very, very massive, especially if you're pushing your tablet to the limit and if you're not wanting to run down your battery. You could always set up a bunch of battery protections in the settings, and you could just run off the charger whenever you need to. So overall, if you look at this tablet has the best performance. It is amazing. It has one of the best sizes. If you're looking for a small tablet with great performance, this is going to really meet your needs. Now, if you want an AMOLED display, it's not there, but it's still really, really close. It's a very nice display. When it comes to refresh rate and responsiveness, again, it is very high level. When you look at extra features, charging speeds, battery life. This has a 9,000 milliamp battery. The battery life has been very good for me. A normal tablet at this size might only have a 7,000 milliamp battery, or 6,000, or even 8,000. Well, this at 9,000 milliamps is going to be more than enough. It's really going to allow you to last whenever you're playing. Of course, if you're gaming, that does run down battery life a lot, so expect the battery to run down quicker depending on what you're doing. But if you are just using your tablet day to day, this will be a long-lasting tablet with a ton of power, a very good display, and if you factor all of that in together, you're going to see that this tablet, it is a very good value if you find it on sale. If you see this device at the retail price, of course, it is a pricey tablet. And I know a lot of tablets out there, they are going on sale a lot. So I'm not sure I would personally pay $850 for it, but I would say it's still worth it for the right person. But this tablet, realistically, I would expect that you will be able to find it on sale around $700. Of course, there is a memory crisis and RAM shortage and all that stuff, so who knows if that will change in the future. But for now, this tablet, especially at $700, it's going to be a great compact tablet, and it's going to be the best one that you could buy in the US, and I would highly recommend it. So hopefully this video has helped you out. If it has, please leave me a like, but also check those links in the description, because like I said, those prices, they do go up and down. So you might want to check those links in the description if you are interested in this tablet, or check out the links that showed up throughout the video. Also, if you do like my channel, give me a like and a sub. That does mean a ton to me. You have no idea, because tonight I pretty much recorded like 4 hours of video and I didn't even have my mic plugged in. So hey, give me a like if you really like my content. And if you love it, hey, check out some other videos while you have time. And if you're having a bad day, sort of like I had a bad night here, hey, life can be hard sometimes, and your life, it might even be a lot harder than mine, okay? So if you're having a rough day, I really hope it gets better. I hope you could have a better day, and no matter what you're going through, I really hope you could have a better week.